Probably not. It better be. Really bad sound. We can turn it up. We can turn sound up. Can you plug that in?
Probably going to deafen everyone. I apologize in advance.
Yeah, it's going to be too loud. Oh, yeah, that will be, but... Alrighty. Cool. Actually, it might be workable. Probably a bit too loud.
Sure? Because, like, they wanted that.
Alright. We'll go loud, we'll go loud. Alright. We'll start this in 3, 2, 1, go. Yes. Yes, blah, 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 blah. I always forget about that menu.
Neat.
So, hi everybody. This is the Amazing Spider-Man, which is, you know, the supposed tie-in to the movie. Unfortunately, you're going to be staring at this wall for a fair bit at the start of the game. It gets very boring in that regard. So, this game is trying to emulate the other older Spider-Man games. In terms of its web swinging, it got some stuff right, it's got some stuff wrong. And there is a lot of pointless cutscenes which take you into loading screens. Awesome. And frame rates, there we go. So the basic mechanics are, it tries to, you know, just do a basic tutorial stuff. We're just gonna go a little bit faster than what it actually wants us to. The basic idea that this is, you're going to have these infected running around the city and they're trying to get it under control.
I guess you technically are, so yeah, watch out, Pete.
So whenever the game actually decides to work, we're also going to be grabbing comic books and audio evidence and everything along the way. That's just going to give us level ups and all the extra power.
I don't want to think about what is right now. More robots! Watch out!
So these things are probably the most annoying things in the game. There's one sequence later on which just causes a world of annoyance, just because it keeps spawning them and, well, there's not much we can do about it. It is mostly a silly button medley, and every now and then we will get slowed down by overdone animations like you just saw. Because it's Spider-Man, we wouldn't be able to do this without some sort of theatricality to it, and, you know, why not? We do have a donation incentive later on for what costume we're going to be wearing for the run-through, so if you do have a particular costume in mind, we've got the current one that we're wearing, which is the new movies, we've got the classic, and then we're either going to go big time or Scarlet Spider. Please. Probably because I'm standing right there. So, you'll also see these fans constantly used as just like pointless barriers, but now it's a bit dicey in some of its targeting, as you've probably seen as well. The actual flying web rush mechanic works sometimes, but not all the time. And get used to seeing a lot of this as well, because this came on the back of the Arkham Asylum games. They decided, hey, we need to be more like Arkham, and so that's what happened. We end up seeing a lot of Spider-Man ass. Just putting that out there. So, if you have a problem with people's backsides, yeah, not a good game. So there's not really much to say in this little section here, like, in all honesty, because this is just a boring finisher. This area is literally just a base tutorial area. Nothing much really happens. We do have a fair bit of downtime in a second though, because there is one very long, unskippable cutscene. It's not even hiding loading screens. So we all get to sit down and wait and enjoy terrible voice acting.
This really gets out of hand.
Pete, I think we both know this is already out of hand. Dr. Smythe will have some answers. Find him.
I'll try, but when I have to ask, what's gonna happen to you?
I don't know, but it's not going to be good. I'm infected, Pete.
So-
We all are. You remember what happened to Connors?
The basic idea is that a bunch of hybrids got let out of the facility, and now Spider-Man has to go catch all of them. In the meantime, they've started biting people and infecting them with a virus, and blah 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 blah. Who cares? Storyline is stupid, and we're going to run through 90% of it anyway, and just ignore all of it. This is like the only 10% part that we can't, and we have to listen to it all.
Gwen, stay calm. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you, okay? We'll figure it out. I'll find Dr. Smythe.
So they did actually do a follow-up to this, The Amazing Spider-Man 2,
Wait, Peter.
which,
What?
It's
considering
in the
how
Oscorp phone.
Smaverage this game was, you thought they could only improve from here on out. They made it infinitely worse. It was a horrible mess, just like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie, and if anyone likes Amazing Spider-Man 2, I feel sorry for you. Like, just in advance, just putting that out there. So we're going to grab the combo boost as our level ups, and then we are also going to be grabbing our rapid fire. No, not yet. Alright, we'll grab that later.
Did Smythe make it? Yes, I got him and the
I'm
other
getting ahead of
scientists
myself.
to the
I don't even
quarantine.
know actually why I tried to do that. That's
They're all infected.
it's like not thinking straight. So
Where are they?
the base
I tried
idea
to
now is
stop
we have to go get
They
Connors,
escaped.
the lizard,
Me.
to help us out,
Why should these creatures be any different?
which completely defies all logic.
You have no idea.
Heaven forbid you just work with authorities, but hey, here we are. And in these loading screens, you'll also see that there's a lovely, like, social feed, quote unquote. It's one of the most pointless things done. So naturally it wouldn't be Spider-Man without a shot like this, so here we go. And
Gwen, you okay?
I don't know. I have to stay at Oscorp until we find an antidote. We can't risk spreading the infection to the outside.
I know someone who can help.
Be careful, Pete. Dr. Smythe is programming his robot to capture all across the
it's workable.
That may include you.
It's workable. It's this. The first time it loads into the city is always going to be a bit dodgy, unless it does that. Ooh, now that's a new one.
Whoa! What's that?
That is definitely a new one.
I can hit it with bag.
All right, put that on the counter if that's never happened before.
That's an interesting dance.
Spidey,
he's not dancing
Spidey
on the
dance.
screen.
Oh.
He's like dancing. That's weird.
They should have a checkpoint.
Should I have a checkpoint?
Should. Should being the operative word.
What is it? Yeah. Launch it at the settings.
Yeah.
Apparently my computer-
Lowest. Just run it at lowest. I don't care.
Ooh, pardon me. That is my mistake.
Very low. Yep. There we go. Done. Now we should have hit the save point at that. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Technology. Whee! Twitter feed. Social media feed only scrolls up if it actually hit the checkpoint. Where it spawns me is a different matter.
Just see if the city is.
It will start around this part because it's still loading in the city. So part of this game's flaw when it does hit loading screens going into the city, and this is why the loading screens are so annoying, is because it actually tries to load the whole city in one go. As opposed to other games which sort of just do it zone by zone, this actually follows the GTA 5 kind of logic where it actually spawns everything straight up. No, this is not. That part is not.
Gwen, you okay?
I don't know. I have to stay at Oscorp until we find an antidote.
Yeah,
We can't
that's.
risk finding the
I love how the
infection
traffic
outside.
just magically
I know
disappears
someone
like there's no one in New York. I'm very low.
Be careful, Pete.
No one drives in New York.
Programming his robot to capture all across the city.
Yeah.
Include you.
It deletes cars, it deletes pedestrians when you run it on different graphics settings.
Whoa! What is that?
So it's going to tell me to go to an objective, which, as you can see, it's really far away.
The creature stopped its rampage at the center of the park. Now that we can have a good look.
Is not.
Now, if I really wanted to go for swag points, we would try to stay off the ground while doing this. Just because the game likes, to give you challenges, and that's actually a really fun challenge to try to do. Considering we're in the middle of a park and there's no idea what he's actually swinging off when he's to the side there. It doesn't work off the same logic as grapple points, but we're not going to do... Get out of the way. No, oh no.
Heel is on his back. How do you like that? Good for a glowing robot.
Yeah. So, and that's unfortunately a common issue in these sorts of games. Like, every now and then, the targeting just doesn't stick. And there we go, there's another prime example. You hit the targeting, it doesn't really fire.
Now we're in a... Hit this guy.
So this is just one of the first of these sort of robots. You'll see a couple of variations of these things as we go. And some of them are a bit easier than others, obviously, nature names. This is the most annoying part of the entire boss fight, naturally being boss phase 3. This is why we're not going to do the web slinging around. If you do the web slinging around and try to stay off the ground, you won't get hit as much, but it takes just a lot longer to do all of this, so... Just because, obviously, movement, targeting doesn't really work too well, so we're just going to be boring and, not use our amazing web slinging ability.
I'm putting an end to this. Any last words before I push you in the yard?
Alright, we should have enough experience.
And here it comes. Wider. Nice.
So we're at chapter 2. There's only 12 chapters in the game, so the first one is basically just a very large tutorial. Now we actually get a little bit more creative freedom, and when I say a little bit more, I literally mean a little bit more. It's
Breaking out one of the biggest threats we've ever seen from a mental asylum.
we'll at least be able to change the costume, because this one sucks.
This looks like the one. Connor's getting time off for good behavior.
There we go.
Go back to your cell for nap time, all right?
So now's the reasonable time to talk about the combat. The combat is, as you can see, very similar, modelled after the Arkham ones. Again, they took a lot of cues from those games. Once we get the combo meter up, it does not take long to get a whole group of enemies down. Just because we have our amazing web slinging powers, and I'm not going to be making those jokes yet, just because you know how appropriate. And we've still yet to hit the most OP item in the game, which, believe it or not, is a dumpster and/or vending machine. So we're going to quickly duck over here. We're going to grab another combat boost, because that's going to quicken everything up, and we're going to grab our rapid fire. So this is why they are so broken. You can just So pretty much whenever you see a vending machine, yeah, we're probably going to be throwing down at somebody.
You need to jump ahead?
I'll be there. I checked the security monitors. It looks like the corridor's clear.
Good. Some of the doors are still locked. Tired of this circus.
Let's dance, Spider-Boy.
So again, there's not really too much to be said about this point. We're going to be skipping a lot of collectibles like that, even though they're easily on the way. Just because in terms of leveling up, in terms of abilities, we can actually get away with doing very little. So, vending machine to rescue. So unfortunately, it's going to do that a lot as well. We get ourselves into prime position and
You're right. My good deed quotas have been filled.
and we're just going to make some very inappropriate actions against this door. Just because. It also means you can just clip through slightly early.
the spectacular Spider-Man frees the dashing damsel in distress.
And again, all of these little things are just unskippables.
You know, you can thank me by getting back to yourself.
Do with what we got, type thing. Another one of those horribly animations. Thank you.
Seems like it's yours to let me.
Let's go get it.
Get you on the other side.
Thank you. Because apparently we're also faster than bullets, so we can just preempt it. So again, amazing targeting every now and then. You'll notice that it sort of like stutters on the interactable objects. And that's just because the targeting is not sure if you actually want to target that or if you want to target something else.
Thanks, Pete. I thought we... Never thought I'd seen that happen this way. Beautiful city, huh? City I almost destroyed. But the past is the past.
Now, whenever we're doing the
Focus on the
Western
future.
we try to just do little
Let's go to
glow
my apartment.
skips. Just because it has to actually, even though it has to render traffic and people, it renders it a little bit faster than what it does trying to see the whole cityscape. As you can see, the draw distance and the spin. Kill. If we run up the building properly. If you were about to look for chat, weren't you?
There you go. Door-to-door service. It's not much, but...
Alright, so we're going to quickly change costume. I'm not sure if we have a donation incentive or a donation incentive has been met, but that's the one we're going with. Because every other one is terrible, this is the least terrible.
Peter, wait. What are these things? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, apparently he has an amazing apartment and he has all the technology that you can imagine in the world in his apartment. You'll see it later on when it actually becomes like a full lab. So they have no illusion as to where he gets all of that from, but...
I've always been a reader. The antenna hunt begin. I'll need to connect all three to get the coordinates.
So they do this mini game a couple of times as well. It's quite stupid. It just forces you to go from point to point. It's one of the rare times that we're actually going to stay quite high because we can do this from quite a distance.
New antenna.
And as much as the game wants to tell you that web rushing is a faster movement around the city, it actually isn't. Primarily just because the targeting is just that hit and miss that sometimes you may think you're going the right way, but you're actually not.
Antenna time. Nice one. Down.
And now it's going to tell us to do a bunch of side objectives, or at least give us the option to do a bunch of side objectives. Yeah, we're never going to push that.
On my way then.
Actually, I forgot to. So this battle is literally just takes like a moment. Because it's quite dumb. But then again, hey, the whole game's dumb. So what do we get? Thanks. There we go. So now we effectively have to go do some very menial, stupid tasks for Connors just to help him out. And the first part of that is going to the archives and getting the book. And we don't really care about the book because that's stuff the book. But we have to do it anyway. Oh yeah, you'll notice civilians getting mugged. We're just going to ignore all of those civilians because Spider-Man hates the city. So we're just going to ignore every person getting mugged, every bank robbery, and do our own self-serving purposes. And there's our wonderful targeting again. It's okay. So there's no differences in between running this between console versus PC. If you loaded the game into like the RAM on the PC, you could probably kill some loading times, perhaps. But at the same time, there's not a big enough community for like this game or the other, some of the other Spider-Man games to like make it worthwhile. Times are just not that competitive to, you know, be chasing it. I'm also going to take this opportunity of... Oh, actually, no, before we go any further. So this is where we actually start to get our target. So it's worthwhile mentioning on the stealth mechanics as well. They try to steal a lot of that out of Arkham. There are some times where it's better, and there's some times where it's actually necessary in this game, which means we do have to get some stealth upgrades as we go. And now we hit one of these lovely unskippable cutscenes. So it's at this point that I'll say, if anyone actually is interested in speedrunning or the speedrunning community, there's a lot of resources around and a lot of people willing to help. First and foremost, make sure you pick a game that you are willing to stare at many hours and are willing to see the introduction like dozens and dozens and dozens of times. That's the first and foremost thing.
Guards.
If you want to see more, go to speedrun.com or Speedruns Live and have a look at some of the things that are happening there. There's races done every day on Speedruns Live, 24/7. You can create your own race with those other people that you want. Speedrun.com has leaderboards for pretty much any and every game. So if you're sitting here wondering, hey, I wonder if someone's, you know, run whatever game you're considering, you know, you go have a look at that, see if there's a leaderboard, see if there's a community, start talking to people, and yeah, get involved.
Hey.
So that was actually not intentional. I was supposed to just stealth both of them, but we'll take with what we got. We actually get more XP for doing some fighting, so we're gonna grab that just for a little bit of XP, but also because it takes us at a better angle here, just to do this and just avoid everyone. The only person I need to get rid of is this guy. And we're going to start to hit points where we're just going to be skipping entire sections of combat, sections of the game. It's now going to try to throw a different set of scenarios at us. And effectively that means we don't have to brute force our way through everything. We're also going to be starting to do some very inappropriate actions again, because
Without your camera.
you know, what else is going to do? This is the introduction of turrets. Oh no. What a pity. Thank you. And of course it wouldn't be a Spider-Man game without photography.
Okay,
So
you're gonna have to do it.
now we get to be
And who can get better
a
angles
world-class
than you?
photographer
I'll tell you what
and
to
take
do.
some amazing pictures of some very unincriminating evidence.
I can make a career exposing the stuff buried in here. Make yourself useful, Spider-Man. So grab that camera.
You think I work for the Daily Bugle or something?
Okay, let's see. How about that shell? It's pretty close. So you just have to frame it.
We actually have to wait for the contextual command. And
What a portfolio.
we're not going to save the photo though, we'll just do that.
You know
So
what? The board
we will use our amazing Spider-Man powers to open this door.
The second you see one of those logos, snap some shots and send them my way.
Sure. No problemo.
We're really gonna nail these guys.
Eventually it'll unlock.
I have to open the door for you.
You just have to twist the key right.
I guess chivalry is dead.
Chivalry's taking a time out until these cross species are stopped. It's like the whole platoon showed up.
Alright, so this is one of the few parts where we're actually going to use a bit of stealth.
Ventilation ducts.
So, wherever the other fella's gone, there he is. And those are the kinds of animations we don't want. They just take so long. Usually you just want a quick finisher.
Ahead, Spider-Man. I need the control room. I'm going in now.
Hey, this is a sidekick around here.
Alright. Now we play find where the other guys are. There's one. As you can see, these guys aren't too observant. So I go into a bit of combat there before I throw the tank down, if only to just to make sure that everyone's grouped together. If they're not grouped together, then obviously it's not going to work. So you'll see me do that occasionally, where I'll jump into combat and then throw an explosive object, and that's literally just for bunching purposes. Like, why waste time doing what we don't need to? So we'll grab the upgrades here, which is just our straight attack damage, so we don't have to spend the entire time matching everything. We're also going to grab the wall blast, which means if we start launching...
How's it coming? Can you reroute the convoy?
Launching web at people near walls, it will just stick them to walls, and we'll use that a fair bit later on. It only works really well against human enemies, but especially if later on in the bank where there's a lot of weapons, we get the range that we need.
Their own costume.
Now for some reason he just stares at the counter there and then follows her. I don't get that. It's a feeble excuse to let her get captured.
Hey,
So.
what the hell are you doing? Move!
I'm not the droid you're looking for.
Oh, you're a real comedian. And you know what the next line
And I'd love to be able to skip these cutscenes, but I just can't. So we'll grab that because it's right in front of us.
She broke superhero rule number 1. I've got to get her.
And our amazing Spider-Man powers will allow us to clip into this door a little bit until the camera fixes itself, and we'll be fine.
Who sent you? Why are you here?
What kind of sexist question is that? Can a girl do something on her own?
Answer me!
I was looking for the mean jerks with guns convention. Is this it?
She stuck her nose where it doesn't belong.
And so did you.
I want to teach you some manners. A member of the meeting? Take a break!
So that's what we're talking about before there. And where possible, we're going to try to do 2 kinds of takedowns. That's the first one there. If we can get them behind them. Because we can get killed in one hit. Now I'm going to grab... Normally I wouldn't really grab those tech pieces, but...
That didn't look pretty. So many bad guys.
I'm just going to play this a little bit safer just because I've just been shot there a bit too much. in the nature of straight game development, we needed a unskippable animated cutscene for all that.
You know, I was thinking that you may need my help from time to time.
Put my camera around the wrong way.
I thought I was the one who was helping you right now.
Let's go to the right door, that would be handy.
Spider-Man, I can get you the scoop on Oscorp. Give me a number and I'll be able to...
Yeah, I don't give my number on
So we're just gonna grab a couple of the like collectibles here just for extra experience. Because we're gonna want
I can help you.
Okay, it's 5559977.
We're going to want to upgrade stuff shortly, and
What are you doing on Sundays?
it doesn't look like much experience, but it adds up because we're not grabbing much else. So we're going to need it for a certain section. So this is one of the few times where you actually need to use stealth against these guys. And so that was an entire short waste of time, but we'll keep going. Unfortunately, on this machine, it does seem to be taking an awfully long time to load, so... or longer than usual. So we'll just have to deal with that as we go.
Reported aggression in a back alley, over.
Time to crash their party.
1020 potential theft reported, over.
These dogs back to their
Hey, Spider-Man, we need to thank you. You took some awesome pictures at Oscorp, and I decided I'm not done with you yet. Things are pretty hectic out there. If you could take pictures to support my article, we can really let people know what's going on. I'll email the details, including what pictures could work best. I knew I could count on you. Thanks.
We need source DNA to finish that cure. We went to the sewers last time I saw it.
What are you looking at?
There's a worm.
Yeah, when we actually did get Connors out, a bunch of other patients escaped as well. However, we're not going to care about him.
We got a
So.
possible 1022 here. Battery reported, over.
Time to crash their party.
Reported aggression in a back alley, over.
Now I know what they're up to. They won't know what's coming.
What's up, Spider-Man? You're gonna like this one. I found a secret lab nearby. Is it affiliated with Oscorp, or is it part of Alistair Smythe's secret agenda? Inquiring minds want to know. I only have the coordinates, but from what I gathered, it contains something that could be very useful to you. Of course, it's also a heavily guarded. Good luck.
Thanks for the tip. I'll look into it. That's for sure. all species. God just needs your DNA.
I brought some cheese.
Give me a break. All these different tunnels. I didn't sign up for the grand tour. Maybe it's time I started thinking like a spider. I can't make DNA out of thin air. Where the heck is
So we're just gonna grab that one collectible. Hopefully, that's us.
starting to turn? Looks like this
There we
virus is
go.
more aggressive than anyone
For whatever
thought.
reason, it did not decide to
Gotta
give
work
us our
fast before it
checkpoint,
spreads
and
even
that's
more.
why we were held up there. So,
Alright, that's enough running. I don't want to hurt you. I just need to take one small sample. I'll give you a lollipop when it's all over.
so of course, every game like this needs a sewer level. Like, why would it not?
Just made some new friends.
What's the problem?
The people up there. Some of them are changing.
Of course. The only thing we can do right now is find the right rock species.
This is an Oscorp logo doing here.
Now we'll hope that the game doesn't stop
Big
working.
holler.
And it didn't. Awesome.
Tag here.
I
That's
found one of the Oscorp
One of
logos
the-
you're talking about. That's
somehow
what you need, right?
it doesn't trigger all the time at that point, because if we go a little bit too quickly,
I'm on it.
that speed run,
Spider-Man out.
then it will just like not load the trigger properly, and then we're there for ages staring at us going, what are we doing with our lives?
Hey, little ratty rat. Thought I lost you. And
Alright, so grab that one. Grab those other tech pieces.
Looks like someone's got the flu. I need to attack from the shadows.
next time I need rat DNA, I'm going to the pet shop.
Even though it looks like I just went in like a complete circle there, I assure you we were going up and down level.
This thing.
There you are. Hurts me more than it hurts you. I get some
those things just get more and more annoying as we go. They eventually start adding in shields and they'll start shooting at us. So these sewer levels, like most other games that have sewer levels, are probably some of the worst in the whole game because they're long, boring, and dull and stupid. It's not the worst level in the whole game, though. I can assure you of that much. Supposed to follow a trail here, but since we already know where we're going to go, doesn't really matter.
Down some web and locate this guy.
If I get my numbering correct. If I can get my numbering correct. There it is.
What a rat! That's his friend. Looks like Alistair knew people were changing the sewers. You gotta be kidding me! How many more?
So for some reason, instead of, you know, targeting other members, it will target me, the player, because that makes so much more sense.
Use my web as a vibration sensor. Okay, you're turning now.
So, this level usually takes a lot longer than what you've seen. We've actually skipped a whole section of this level.
Why do they always like to hide in dark subterranean
You
layers?
effectively saw some of the areas that you could have gone into. And there is one section which is supposed to be a bit more like a maze.
It's like someone's busy.
But we've avoided all that, so...
Come on.
Now this is another major plot point of this game, or like plot hole, however phrase.
Need your blood
This
in this
sentence here.
syringe, silly. All over the walls.
Needs blood and syringe, not all over the walls. Yeah, but if it's all over the walls, then he could still like the syringe. He only needs like a small dose. So we're letting ourselves get hit there just a little bit, just because it gives me time to do, you know, an extra 1-2 hits.
get a lollipop, but I'm in a rush and all my lollipops. What is that?
So these are the robots that have been deployed by Oscorp to hopefully bring the situation under control. And their entire time waste.
You'd like to fight out in the open, huh? What's for free? Wanna play tag, big guy? I see an opening. I have a feeling I should get out of the way. Like now! There's gotta be a way to slow it down. How do you like them webs? Boom! How about that? Whoa! Time to bust out of here.
So, as you can see, these things are a complete waste of time. And when I was talking about the web slinging before, this is the other reason why we keep very low to the ground. When we're versing these, if we've got buildings on either side, they'll actually be forced to stay in front of us. But as soon as we start going high, we notice they do those sillier attacks, but we can also keep them pretty much more manageable and straight in front of us. What we want to try to do is keep them both right next to each other. We want to keep them right next to each other for the most part. So we can just continue to chain these web strings together. And apparently the explosion hadn't finished. So unfortunately as well, guys, I have been informed there was a small mix-up with time estimate on this. The time is actually 2 hours, not 120, in case you hadn't noticed from the current status of where we are versus the finish of it. So we're actually only halfway through the game at the moment. So we are also slightly behind schedule anyway from different other issues earlier in the day. So what we're actually going to do is we are going to run to our estimated time as written here, and then we are going to end this game. Which is hilarious if you were here yesterday, because we also had to do the similar thing yesterday, but hey. What matters is that, for the most part, we've seen how these sort of things are going to go. actually can get faster than this. We are doing some marathon safe strats, so we don't die. And the RNG is terrible. They don't. The randomization on them doing that attack is very annoying. Way through, but the schedule dictates that the delays that we've had, we're going to have to figure it out. But that's okay. That is okay. Alright. Now the other thing with the hunter bots is they're very hard to control what direction you're going when you're actually on the hunters. So we can usually manipulate where we kind of end up in the city a little bit. And if I was running with, again, not marathon safe level things, we would actually end up right next to the objective, but it involves a little bit more worrying. As long as we're not literally over the other side of the island, usually it's fine.
The antenna hunt begin. I'll need to connect all three to get the coordinates. It's not enough. We need to find more antennas. What's that? Another antenna? Ha, sweet.
Alright, so we're actually only going to link one more antenna. I've actually just been requested if we can finish it just like ASAP so we can get back on schedule. So after this next antenna we're going to switch the games. Now there is actually a 100% category for this. It is a nightmare because all of those little yellow glowing bits that you see kicking around the city, they are all collectibles, and there's only 550 comic book pages, not including all of the other bits.
Another antenna here.
And we also... we don't mind running up buildings because the run is actually fairly quickly. So if it looks like your accuracy is not 100%, then the run is
robot to tell him that I'm one of the good guys.
more than
Just working on this blood sample now.
So again, it gives you a bunch of side objectives here, but this is where we're probably going to about finish the run. Like I said, if you guys actually do want to see a full run of these, all of the videos for all of these are, and pretty much every game run here is available on speedrun.com. Literally go there, just type in whatever game you want, and go watch the video, go see the record, go challenge the time for it. If you think you can do better, go do better. And you'll be surprised at the range of games that people do. There are even some Flash games on there.
They won't know what's coming.
One of the current favourites is Barney's Hide and Seek, which is completable in, what is it, 8? Is it 8 minutes? The Barney's Hide and Seek is an amazing game, and anyone who says that Barney's Hide and Seek is not good, sorry, don't hang out with those people. Alright, so we're just going to leave the crazy guy sitting on our apartment, by the way. Alright, so we're going to get back on schedule now, guys. So, thank you very much. And we will go there from that. Thank you.